Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, sir.
Perfect. So welcome to RN Skills Training Center. My name is Gian Ranin, and I am your accredited and competency assessor for healthcare services NC2. I would like to acknowledge the presence of Edmar Blanco, our TESDA representative, and AC manager, Miss Arlene Timbol. Before I go on, let me first check the attendance. So when I call your name, kindly present to me your admission slip and then sign the attendance sheet. May I take your admission slip for your attendance? Make sure you signed it. As you complete your attendance, kindly pass it forward. Thank you very much. All right, so I have here with me your accomplished self-assessment guide. All yes were ticked, and this is an indication that you know and you can perform all the units of the competency enumerated in this qualification. Today, I am going to conduct the competency assessment for the qualifications of healthcare services, NC2. It is the qualification level with core units of competency, namely assisting the patient with biopsychosocial care of patient. That includes the assisting of patient's physical and emotional discomfort. So that covers the emotional support, communication, therapeutic touch, instruction techniques, and as well as spiritual support. So let me inform you that the room B will be your holding area. So this room A, will be your orientation and demonstration area, while the room C will be the questioning area. In case you would like to use the comfort room, it is located at the holding area if you wish to go to the comfort room. The canteen is also located at the ground floor, so please ask permission before you go to the canteen. All necessary materials, tools, and equipments are ready and available at the assessment area. The purpose of this assessment is for qualification or certification of competency. You will be assessed against the competency standards to see if you meet all the requirements. The assessment methods that you will undertake: first, written test for 1 hour. The second is the demonstration that would be for 2 hours, and the oral questioning thereafter. So let me explain the assessment procedures. First one is the orientation of candidates, which we are doing right now. The second is the gathering of evidence and assessment proper, making the decisions, recording and reporting of results, and giving feedback. Then the review of assessment process. So my role as an assessor is to gather evidence and make judgments based on your performance. Should you need extra assistance with instructions, for example, you need to be interpreted in your local dialect, then simply inform me or simply inform us so we could accommodate your needs. Safety is very important. Keep in mind to practice safety precautions at all times. All informations about the assessment must be kept confidential to maintain the integrity of the assessment process. Do away from giving any form of information regarding the events that took place during the assessment process. If in case you will encounter problems with the assessor, if the procedures of the assessment were not followed, if the materials, tools, and equipment are not in good condition, do not hesitate to write a letter of complaint addressed to the AC manager within a day. If the result of your assessment is not yet competent, you can come back for reassessment whenever you are ready. If on the second try you did not perform within the standard requirements, you have to undergo refresher course this time. What medium of instructions are you comfortable with? Would you like English, Filipino, or Visayan? English. Okay. So if you need to go to the CR, I will give you 5 minutes before we formally start your assessment. Any questions before you start the assessment?
None so far, sir.
If there's none, then earlier I made a fishbowl method to select the candidates who will perform the assessment. Based on the fishbowl method, Mylene will be our first performer. The second would be Jelly, and the third one would be Sheila. Is that understood?
Yes.
So we shall proceed with the assessment.
Thank you.
Thank you. So let's call our first performer for the demonstration, Miss Jelly Olhon.
So I will demonstrate the assistant patient in biopsychosocial position. First, this is the supine position. We'll turn into side lying position. Here, please. So, ma'am, are you ready?
Yes, ma'am.
One, at the count of three, we'll into silent position. Okay, one, two, three. So this is the side lying position. Supine position. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Miss Olhon. So we shall proceed now to the oral question.
Okay, thank you.
Good morning once again, Miss Jelly. So we shall proceed now to the oral questioning. So I have here two questions that you shall answer. My first question to you is, how can you prevent pressure ulcer?
To prevent pressure ulcers, you must to change the position of the patient
Every
4 hours.
every 2 hours.
For every 2 hours.
Alright. And then another question is, can you explain to us why do we need to adjust the room temperature, the light and the noise?
To provide patient comfort.
Thank you very much. You were able to perform biopsychosocial support to your patient, and that is good. You were able to change the position of your patient correctly. However, you need to put a pillow on the chest of your patient for patient care. So overall, your demonstration is good. And then apart from that, written test, you were able to have a 25/30. For the oral questioning, you were able to answer all the questions. So that is very good. Ms. Olhol, you meet the requirements of the competency standard. So congratulations, you are competent. We need to sign the rating sheet to be signed by the CAC manager. We recommend the issuance of the certificate. So you wait for a week or two for your certificate and call the TESDA if the certificate is ready for pickup. The TESDA shall issue the certificate. Okay, so kindly sign this one. And congratulations once
Thank you.
again.